I am so guilty of doing this too much, talking too much. I just get excited about what I'm doing because I love Lima, I love what it does, I love talking to people about it, and I just talk too much until people get bored. And you can see it's going very, very quick. I signed up a guy the other day that it's been about 2 weeks ago now, that I went on to do a bit on cabinets for him, and his wife was walking like she had serious knee problems. And I said, "What's wrong with it? Do your knees have problems with your knees?" She said, "Well, yeah, I'm going to have surgery and so on." Well, I have my button. I always wear my button. Wear your button? Anyway,
I actually give my buttons away.
Anyway, so what I did was I just said, "Well, you need to be drinking Lima." Anyway, we talked a little bit longer. I told her just a couple of stories about it, and I gave them a 99 Reasons and a newsletter, and I didn't say nothing else. I said, "Y'all read it. If you're interested, let me know." Well, I knew it was going back in a couple of days, so I was going to do my follow-up right then. Well, I got back, and I said, "Well, here, I forgot to give you something." It was an arthritis, because he had the arthritis problem. So I gave him an arthritis brochure. Never said another word. I said, "Take a look. I'll see you later." The next time I saw him, the first words out of his mouth was, "I think I'm going to try that Lima stuff." So you don't have to talk anybody into anything. Simply give them a little bit of information and let them read it. Let them absorb that. Give them a little more. And pretty soon, they're either going to say, "I just don't want that stuff anymore. Don't give me any more information," or "I want that." I mean, it's just so, you just don't have to talk very much. Very, very little. And have you run across that? And I know if you've been doing it a short time, and I hear you just get in your face, so you just want the stuff right there.
I just tell them, what it's done for my sister.
Yeah.
And of course, I got my in-laws on it, which is a huge thing. They're not signed up, but we're
drinking.
We're purchasing it for them. And my father-in-law is a big step, but he got off of it for a couple of days and told Nancy he wasn't going to take it anymore. Well, then the next day when she gets up to get her bait of it that morning, he says, "I think you need to give me a little bit of that." And she said, "Well, I thought you weren't going to take it anymore." He said, "Well, I think I can hear better." Now, you have to understand this man is deaf. I'm talking, and everybody in here knows he's deaf.
Uh-huh.
And he said, "I can hear better." Well, the next night we were all over there. We were in the kitchen talking, and they were in the living room. And he heard every word his daughter said at the table. And he doesn't hear her voice. Her tone, he doesn't hear. But that night he heard every word she said. And I looked at my mother-in-law and said, "How did he hear that?" And she said, "Oh, I didn't tell you." And then she told me what had happened. Well, tonight I go over there to take him another bottle. And he's sitting there and he's, "Man," I noticed right here his arm was just blood red. And then over here it was blood red. And I just was looking. I didn't say anything. And then he goes, "Man, I was out there, and I don't know where they come from, but I got stung like crazy today. And it's just on fire." I said, "Come here." I jumped up the neck. I said, "Come here." I got in there. I put some on a paper towel, and I rubbed it on there. He told my mother-in-law before he got in there, "This ain't going to do nothing for me." And he comes in, and I already had the towel ready, and I rubbed it on there and got that one done. And I did this one, and he said, "That is gone." I didn't say a word.
Isn't that great?
That's wonderful.
You don't have to say that. You don't have to say anything at that
He said,
point.
"Nan, I believe that stuff worked."
Yes, he is.
That's great. That's a good story.
That's a good story.
That's a good story.
But my mother-in-law has knee problems, and she has osteoporosis, and we've just been begging her to take it continually. She may not get some results today, but maybe tomorrow.
That's right.
And I said, "But you've got to take it every
You have to be
day."
consistent every day. Keep
But
taking
she
it.
knows that she feels better already.
Right. Well, there you go. And that's what will happen, because I don't care. It's like that doctor said in a call about a month ago. He said, "I don't care who you are, where you're from, it does not matter. If you drink original Lima, your body will get stronger."
Yeah.
That's a huge statement, and that's absolutely the truth. I totally believe that.
And then, of course, hearing his story about the heart, there's a boy, or a man at my work. He's 55 years old, but to look at him, you would never know he's 55. He's had triple bypass, and he carries a city route, and he goes like a house afire. And when he would come in from his route of the day, he would have no color in his lips, and his face would just be washed out. And I was really concerned about him, because I love Jerry. He's just a good old guy, you know.
Mhm.
And so one day I thought, well, I'm going to share your story. So I did. And he said, well, give me that information. Well, the next morning he comes, he says, Martha, how can I sign up for that? And I said, well, do you have a credit card? Or he said, I don't have none of that stuff. All I have is a checkbook or some cash. And I said, well, I'll take a checkbook. And so we did it on checkbook. I mean, he's old school. I'm talking this man saves every penny he's got. So he took it, and when I got it to him that morning, I went and took him a bottle in advance before his time, because I knew it was going to take longer doing it the check way. And I took him a bottle, and he took a dose of it that morning, and that afternoon when he came in, I thought, well, I'm just going to look at him when he comes in today. And sure thing, he said, "Ooh, Miss Martha." And I said, "What is it, Jerry?" He said, "I'm ready to go." He said, "About 10 o'clock, I'm not going to lie to you. I had a burst of energy, and I don't know where it came from, but I guess it was that Lemu." He had color in his lips, and his
Wonderful.
face was flushed, and I'm not joking. And this last week, he told me, he's been on a week now, and he told me, he said, "Miss Martha, you know what?" I said, "What is it, Jerry?" He said, "I think that stuff has cleared up my thinking, really. I'm serious here." He said, "I think it's made my mind sharper." And another guy in there, he started laughing, and he said, "Brother, I'm not playing with you. I'm serious." And I was like, "Okay." So everybody had something happen.
That's gonna be the
That's wonderful.
post office over
I'm
there.
That's
working
wonderful.
on it.